Hello, I have created this project which is XPath search project in Visual Studio and it's in this particular folder. I have created an exe which we can run and it runs the console application of an XPath search on a particular XML file which you can give it as a parameter. If you want to see where the project and the program is, you can just either run a solution directly in a Visual Studio if you have Visual Studio, or just go through the logic which is in XPath search XML.cs, which is a public class which has load XML and search XPath, and this program is console app. It's calling the console app. Now here I've given the myaccount.xml file which we can use and see how this console app is working. I've also created a readme help file which has the details how about this console app and how you're going to run it and how you can pass the arguments. And I've given example of two XPaths over here. One XPath will return all the bypass buttons on that particular XML file, and another one will return the bypass button, which is the focused one. So let's see how this console app is working. I just run the exe directly. So it says that this console app accepts two arguments. One is the XML file path and one is the XPath, and it returns the XML element details on a given XPath search on a given XML file. And it is given example how you can pass the argument. So it's asking the first argument, please enter XML file path. So let's have don't enter anything. It's a blank one, so it's giving me warning, please enter valid file path. Now I enter a path test.xml, XML. Okay, so it says this particular XML file does not exist. It's not found, so it's not the valid one. And if I press enter, it will ask me. It will again keep on asking me, please enter the valid file path. So now I'm going to enter the valid file path, which I've copied over here, which is over here. So enter file path. So I'm going to copy this, which is my account.xml. I'm going to paste it here. So it's my first argument, which is a valid XML file. So it has accepted, it has loaded it in the memory, and now it's asking me, now please enter the XPath to search. So now I'm going to enter the first XPath. So this first XPath, which will return all bypass buttons. So there are 3 bypass buttons. So it says text bypass, and this is the path of all the the full path where this particular bypass button is located. So let's enter that. Okay, so when I press enter, it says found 3 elements for this particular XPath. The node name matches with XPath, so it is giving the name of the node, which is text bypass, and the element details of the first bypass button is this one. Then this is the second bypass button, and this is the third bypass button. So it's giving the name and the element details. It is again asking, do you want to continue with this XPath search? So if you press no or any other character, it will stop searching. It will just unload the XML file from the memory, and it will stop, the exe will stop. But if you want to continue your search on the same XPath, on the same XML file, just press yes, and it's asking the next XPath to search. So now we'll give the second XPath, which I've given as example over here. This XPath will return single bypass button, which is the focused one. So here you can see it's I've given a property as focused as true. So let me just copy this, and I'm going to paste it. So so here you can see so we found only one element for this particular XPath, and the node name matches with the given XPath is the cinema subscription button, and here it has given the details of the cinema subscription button with a bypass, which is the focused one. If you see over here, the focus true, and the text and bypass. So here actually the bypass button is not a button, it's just a label, but actually the parent element, which is the button element, which is the cinema subscription button, and not the bypass button. So again it is asking, do you want to continue search? So if I say yes, and again I'll try to paste the same, and I will give XPath, which is probably does not, the element which probably does not exist. So let's try to find the children 5. So it says no, yeah, so it says, yeah, we found the visible button. Okay, so there is a button with a 5, which is a kids subscription button. So it has given the details about that button. So yeah, so here you can search valid and invalid XPath. So if you give invalid XPath, it will just say that you found 0 elements with this XPath, and you can use this particular console app with any XML file, and it will find any button, or not only button, I mean it will find any element based on the given valid XPath search. So yeah, that's it, and here you can go and see the code in this particular in this folder. And if I just go and open and open this XML in a notepad, this CS file in a notepad. So here you will see checking the one function which is checking if file exists. Then it's loading the XML file. If the file, it's loading the XML file, it is checking whether the XML file is valid or not. And this is the class where test XML path, where it's loading the XML file. It's just checking whether the file has been loaded, and it's returning all the elements with the given XPath. So this is the XPath which is accepting as a parameter, and it's giving the count, and then it's if the item count exists, then it's just looping in and giving the details of the printing the details of the XML elements. Yeah, so I think that's it.